knight takes on d5, and a short sequence later, Grock is simply losing. It's losing because if you look around, O3 has a horse, and white does not. That is not the only criteria for having an advantage in chess. Like, if I'm down a queen and a rook, but I own a horse on a farm, or even on the chessboard, that does not mean I have an advantage, but that is the extra piece in the position. Now, when you are completely winning, one thing you want to do is you want to trade queens and bishops and rooks, because if you do the math, what will ultimately happen is you'll have more pieces than your opponent, so you will win in the long run. Not that you have to do math when you play chess. Please don't think that. Many of the strongest chess players in the world probably don't know how to multiply. All right? But in this particular case, it's good to trade pieces. Black gives a check. Grock blocks. So now I would trade the queen and the bishop immediately, which is exactly what O3 does. And it just simply castles its king. It now has purely an extra knight. And the way you win this is you would double up, put a lot of pressure on this weak pawn with your rooks, and we're just going to see it convert. Is it going to play like Magnus Carlsen? Is it going to play like Carlos Magnusson? You never want to do that. It stumbles around a little bit here until Grock just volunteers its rook for capture, which O3 very happily accepts. Then it's just down to one rook, which Grock completely doesn't even value. It just gives away the rook completely. And now O3 just needs to win all the pawns and promote one of the pawns or four of the pawns to a queen. It all depends on whether it has a sense of humor, whether it's a sadist. Now it just needs to corral the king. It's trying. And by the way, here with this move, you have cut off the king's getaway, right? Which means rook f6 is checkmate, and it actually spots it. It spots rook f6 checkmate, corralling the king away from any move. That is spectacular. That is the first time a large language model has demonstrated this degree of board vision this deep in the game. It is clearly very, very strong. Now, whether it is using Fen